Indiana is well known for being a predominantly basketball school. They've won 5 national championships and have been to 8 Final Fours. Well, when it comes to football, they are really, really bad. They have 200 more losses than wins, are 3-10 in bowl games, and they've only won 2 Big Ten titles. The last outright Big Ten title they won was 1945. And Coach Staples knows he faces a tall task, but he will turn Indiana into a football school. Assessing the roster, as you definitely guessed, it sucks. Our best players are seniors, so they won't be here for long. We have a 77 overall freshman quarterback, Taven Jackson, will be our quarterback for the next 4 years. Super excited for him. We started the season 1-2, not exactly ideal, especially considering we lost to Akron and Colorado State, just 2 yucky losses. Coach Staples is not happy about that. But we now play our first Big Ten opponent at home against Nebraska. Down 7 early on, Taven drifts to his right and launches downfield. I think it's open. I don't know. No shot. What a catch by AJ Barner to tie it up. Down 3 before half, Taven drops back, sits, and hits AJ again, and that's going to be another touchdown to get the lead. We end up winning 21-10. I don't know where this was against Akron, but Taven played great, so we'll take the W. Okay, maybe we got something here. Sitting at 4-4, I'm without a doubt surprised. I thought we'd suck a lot more. We got splattered by Michigan and Penn State, but we somehow managed to beat Michigan State and Minnesota, so that's awesome. We now head back home against the top 25 Illinois team. Let's hope for another upset, especially since we have recruits visiting, and thankfully we already have some recruits committed, so let's keep it going. Before half up 7, I don't know what it is. I wish our defense played like this every game. Taven drifts and hits shot shivers over the middle for a 2-score lead. We narrowly went over Illinois in a rivalry game. Really happy with this upset win. After that win, we had a ton of guys commit. Sadly, none of them are elite, but they're all solid players who will be the foundation for years to come. We finished 6-6, which is awesome. Very surprised by the success we had this year, although it's not that much success. We got butchered by Rutgers and Ohio State, but beat Maryland week 14 to squeeze out a bowl berth. The Music City Bowl, that's fun. Played against Mississippi State. Let's keep shocking the country, hopefully. Early on, tied at 0. Taven drops back and hits the dig over the middle, and it's Cam Caper for a touchdown to get the early lead. Down 7 late in the 4th quarter. We need to stop here. They hand it off and have a gaping hole. Yeah, that's a first down. Dang it, dude. We lose by 7 over Mississippi State in the Music Bowl. Sad as Everdeen. Jalen Lucas is transferring, which blows. He's actually a really solid player, and yeah, a ton of graduates. This team had a lot of seniors, but none of them were that great, so it's okay. We rolled in 20 commits. Most of them are more developmental, but should be a good foundation for years to come with guys like Pat Williams, Kevin Williams, and Marcus Brown. I will definitely take a top 30 class. It's mostly due to how many 3-stars we have, but Coach Staples is happy with the class nonetheless. The team is still very I think it'll be that way for a good bit. Taven is back at quarterback for us. Super excited for his future. Our best position group is easily the wide receiver room with Anderson Kobe and Cam Camper. Just 3-3 to start year 2. Another just what the heck happened loss to Western Michigan, but we managed to beat Northwestern and Minnesota as well somehow. Now we head on the road to Spartan Stadium to play Michigan State in hopes of pulling off the upset. Before half, down 14, our defense has been useless. Taven rolls to the sideline and hits our tight end, and that's going to be a touchdown. Let's go. We now need to stop as their quarterback drops back. That's not open. Use your lurky for the defense, and we now get a chance to kick a field goal to win the game. We kick it up right up the middle, and we're going to escape East Lansing with a big time upset over the Spartans. Yeah. Ain't looking good. 4-6. Now, lost the last 3 games. Lost to Rutgers for a 2nd straight year, which is just embarrassing. But we get a chance to pull off a season-altering upset at home against Ohio State. Yeah, we lost that game. It was like 28-0. Ohio State felt bad and let us score a little. So that was nice then. But yeah, this just wasn't close at all. We lose Penn State week 14 and end the season a 5-game losing streak to finish 4-8 year 2. So yeah, we just blow. Cam Camper is getting drafted. Good for you, lad. We also have a ton of graduates this year too. But all they knew was losing. So not the worst thing to get them out of the building. Another pretty big signing class for us. A lot more quality in this class, not as much depth, but we badly needed guys like Joe Harris, Brad Ryan, and Leon Broussard, praying they don't leave Coach Staples. A top 20 class this year, good to see improvements somewhere, man. The team is still just not great compared to the loaded Big Ten East. Our only chances if Taven becomes Superman every week or has about 50 kids with Serena Williams and magically makes them grown college kids, so yeah, the odds of those two things happening aren't very high. We do have a decent cornerback room for year 3 with Brylan Lanier and Jameer Johnson, a few other solid players as well, so hopefully they can help us out. Gonna act like we're surprised, starting 3-4 to the season, lost to another group of 5 team because we're immune to beating teams we should beat, but we did beat Northwestern again this year, so I guess that's okay. For week 10, we play Rutgers at home in the Battle of Big Ten East doormats. Let's hope we don't lose. Tied at 0, Taven drops back and hits Brian Roth underneath, who has a ton of room for the walk-in touchdown. Down 3.5, but Taven is determined as he sits and hits our tight end Aaron Steinfeld with a T for the touchdown. It's the late 4th quarter and the line is looking distant. We need to stop here. They hand it off, get the edge, and just get enough for the first down. That's great, man. We lose by 3 to Rutgers, showcasing our elite doormat abilities. Only getting worse, man. Another 4-8 season. We beat Maryland, pushed Ohio State to overtime, and got obliterated by Michigan and Penn State. So yeah, a whole lot of nothing significant. Not as many graduates this year, but still a decent amount. Per usual, no one is really elite, so leaving us isn't really the end of the world, so Coach Staples isn't too sad. Tried to go for the highest quality of players this cycle, so we only signed 13 kids. Really happy with the 5 athletes we signed, though. Should have a ton of positional versatility with these 5, so yeah, I'm excited. Signed a top 10 class, so a little better in the rankings, which is obviously happiness. Easily our best team yet for year 4. I'm hoping to get back to a bowl game, or Coach Staples might get canned. It's Taven's senior year. He deserves another crack at a bowl game. Our best position group is probably the wide receivers, Donovan McCulley and Omar Cooper, as well as a stingy defensive tackle duo with Marcus Burris and Nick James. We open the year with a home game against Wake Forest. Hopefully we can start the season with a big time win at home. Down 4 in the late 4th quarter with a chance to win. Taven launches underneath in depression. Wasn't the read there. We managed to tackle him, so I guess there's still hope. We need to stop, boys. The quarterback keeps the option and has a... Yeah, that's not good. That'll be a touchdown, man. We lose by 5 at home. Missed a big opportunity, but at least we can compete somewhat, hopefully, this year. Holy Scarlett Johansson. Didn't expect that. 6-2 to start the season. We're turning the corner right in front of our eyes. We finally pounded a group of 5 teams. Lost to Iowa, but beat Purdue, Illinois, Michigan State, and Rutgers, which is great to see. Yay! Snow game at home against Maryland. Very winnable game here. Let's get the W, especially considering we have some very important recruits visiting. So please, let's just not lose, okay? Down 7 before half. We're at the goal line. Taven hands it off to Aaron Kelly. He swerves inside and gets a touchdown to tie it up. Up 4 in the late 4th quarter, Taven gives it to Aaron. He gets the edge. Oh, yeah, that's a touchdown. Let's go. Yeah, they came back. Our defense decided to play with a skirt on, but we kick up the ice field goal, and it's through for the walk-off field goal over Maryland. Aaron played phenomenal. Big thanks to him in a 30-27 win over the Turtles. We finished 9-3, which is a miracle. We're making some progress. We beat Michigan and Ohio State, but got spanked by Penn State. We really took advantage of a down year in the Big Ten East. Ah, how I missed you. The beautiful sight of a bowl game, playing Oklahoma State in the Cotton Bowl. We're getting curb stopped early on. Taven rolls to his right, sits and hits Stan Mitchell in the back of the end zone to finally get on the board. Yeah, we decided to fold over in the fetal position this game. We need to stop here, and yeah, that's not going to happen. That's wonderful, man. Taven ends his career with a loss. Feel bad for him. The defense just played horrendous, man. Saying sayonara to Taven. Also some other good players, but they'll do great things for society. Sign the class I'm really happy about. A ton of JUCOs to hopefully push us over the edge and impact immediately. Brian Parrish, Danny Thomas, and Julian Bradley will definitely improve the defense. Down in the rankings from last year, hauled a top 20 class, so we're still very happy about it. For year 5, the team is way better than just like even 2 to 3 years ago. It's coming together really nice. Brad Ryan will be our new starting quarterback. Super excited about his upside. He's a very, very fast boy. And it's Aaron Kelly's senior season. Can't wait for him to continue to excel with Marcus Brown at the backup as well. We start 3-0 in the young season, beat 3 really crappy teams, so nothing really impressive. But the great state of Indiana welcomes us home for a game against the Iowa Hawkeyes. Early in the 3rd quarter, down 7, Brad keeps the read option, has a lane, a gaping hole, he may take it the distance. Oh yes, he is. Brad, you little fast hyena, let's go, away. Down 1 with less than 15 seconds left, Brad rolls to his right, looking across the field, he launches it, he hits Brady Foley, he works upfield, swerves outside, that was sexy, he's gonna get tackled, but I think we're in field goal range. We're iced, but we kick it up, it's got the distance, I think it's going in. Yes it is, we escape at home, and Brad Ryan was a huge reason why that run was legendary. Yuck, yuck, yuck. Big step back this year, 6-5 now. After that win, we've really fallen off a cliff, but at least we clinched a bowl berth. And we do have a chance to pull off an upset against the Neat Lions, so let's try and shock the world. Down 4 in the 4th, we have a chance if we can just stop them here. The quarterback drops back and has a Bible session in the pocket. Someone get him, he throws, and yeah, just SMH my head. Good defense. It's just the defensive line played patty cake, so that's awesome. We lose to Penn State. Not really a shocking loss, but it's still disappointing. Well, let's take out our disappointment on a MAC team then. On the first possession, we drove it on the field with ease. Brad drifts and sees an open receiver and corks it back and hits Omar Cooper for the touchdown. Up 14, we're giving them the weenie early on. Brad Ryan hands it off to Aaron. He gets the edge and skirts into the end zone to blow this game open. We assassinate the ball score 42-21, and Coach Staples finally gets the pleasure of a bowl victory. Saying adios to Nick James, Tim Kazi, and Omar Cooper. They're off to the NFL. Aaron Kelly is also leaving us. Pretty sure he's getting into the police force, so good for him. Losing some other rascals as well, but we'll reload. This class has a ton of depth, kind of like the first recruiting class. The only difference is, though, this class has a lot more quality. Carl Russell, Roderick Barber, and Manuel Vaughn can be big contributors down the line for us. Such a beautiful sight to see. Coach Staples and the Hoosiers reeling in the #1 recruiting class. Happiness would be an understatement. Woo! This team is getting there. There's a lot more 90 plus overalls and high 80 overalls. It's looking good for this year. Brad Ryan is progressing nicely to 93 overall. Got a quarterback room with a ton of young talent and potential. Can't wait for them. And can't leave out Leon, one of our best players. He's an All-American ball hawk, stud muffin. Every good compliment, he is it. We jump out to a 2-0 start of the season. Beat FCS Midwest and Texas Tech. Nothing really impressive there. Whoever the heck our athletic director is, fire him. Not a clue why we're playing Georgia. Why are they in the schedule? Pray for me. Down 14 early on. We need a touchdown here to make it respectable. Brad hands it off to Marcus Brown. He accelerates through for a touchdown. Down 14 again. There's still the slightest glimmer of hope. Brad drops back and launches to an open receiver. Well, I thought he was open. I guess not. That's depressing. We lose to Georgia 42-35 in a hard-fought attempt. Commendable effort by our soldiers. Ooh, 8-2 on the year. Only loss was to Michigan, but beat everybody else, so we're back on track, which is great to see. We head back home to Hoosier Town to play Ohio State, so let's whoop the Buckeyes. Late in the game, trying to seal the deal, we hand it off to Marcus. He gets the corner. White boy, fast boy. He keeps running, outruns the tackler, and scores the touchdown. We win 34-25 over the Buckeyes in a really promising win. Back home to the Cotton Bowl, playing Oklahoma. This should be fun. Up 14 in the third quarter. Our backup is in, so don't screw it up. He rolls and hits this slant. He has space. Oh, yeah, that's going to be a touchdown for Matt Thomas. Let's go. We beat Oklahoma 24-17, and Brad Ryan was very helpful to the mission. He's been great taking over for Taven. Convinced David Bennett and Joe Harris to come back, thankfully. Saying goodbye to Marcus Brown and Pat Williams, though. They'll be missed. Losing some other pretty decent starters, but the best is ahead for the Hoosiers. Another phenomenal class for Coach Staples. He's starting to flex his muscles on the trail. Tons of high 70 overalls and a lot of depth. Super duper good class. Finished fourth this year, a little down from first last year, but Coach doesn't care. Amazing class either way. Year 70, yeah, this roster is loaded. This is a year I could see us finally winning the Big Ten title and competing for a natty. Brad is up to a 99 overall. He's an All-American. And we have a filthy running back combo with Terrence Connor and Sean Griffin, plus 2 elite defensive playmakers with Joe Harris and Liam Broussard. We catapult out to an 11-0 start to the season. 99 overall everywhere. This team is juiced like Liver King. We've beaten everyone. Obviously, have had some close games against Michigan and Ohio State, but pulled those 2 bad boys out. For our final game, we stay home to play Penn State, who we haven't beaten this entire video, so let's break the streak of sucking. We kick a field goal in the first quarter because our offense chokes, so we have an early 3-point lead. Up 5-0 after a safety. We hand it off to Terrence Connor. He has a clear lane for the touchdown to get an even bigger lead. Down 1 now because we folded like Golden State, but Brad is hoping to turn this ship around. He rolls and sits, and it's Terrence Connor and the running back streak, and he has a ton of room, and yeah, no one's gonna catch Terrence. He's too fast, like a zebra in a cheetah hat, and of course, that's Terrence, fast boy. We win 20-13 over Penn State and finish undefeated in the regular season. Looks like we're playing Wisconsin in the championship. Let's try and get Coach's first Big Ten title. Game wasn't ever really competitive. We won 28-7 over the Badgers, and Coach Staples gets his first Big Ten title. General Brad Ryan wins the Heisman. Good for you, kiddo. You deserve it, son. Rematch of last year's Cotton Bowl. Let's hope it's the same result. Brad rolls to his right, sits, and hits Daryl McConnell for the touchdown to get the early lead. Hoosiers up 14 now. Brad drifts and hits a deep cross, and that's Manuel Vaughn. He's got serious speed. He swerves out, and yeah, you ain't gonna catch him. That's gonna be a touchdown. Yeah, we're spanking around the Sooners up 25. We hand it off to Terrence. He has a wide open gap, and that's another easy touchdown. We spank Oklahoma around 49-10 and earn a national title berth. Ooh, this should be exciting. National championship against USC. Let's go get this dub, boys. Down the second quarter, General Ryan drops back, and it's the out route for the touchdown and the lead at the half. Tied up late in the fourth quarter, General drops back, sees the blitz, and lofts it up to Matt Thomas, who's open. He has a clear lane to the end zone, and the fast Cougar is going to score to take the lead. With 3 seconds left, they drop back, but Joe Harris gets the passer and gets the sack, and Coach Staples and the Indiana Hoosiers win a national title and officially make Indiana a football school. Really slow start. Thankfully, we didn't get fired, but we kept bringing in recruits and eventually climbed that mountain. If you enjoyed this idea, click the playlist on the screen while I did the same thing with Duke and Kansas. I think you'll love those videos.